join me. Let's do some art. So it is time for one of my chat videos, and that of course means that today I won't be creating anything in front of the camera, but I do have another process video in the works, and that should be up on my channel really soon. So today I want to cover a few different things. One has to do with my Etsy store. I also have a feedback for you on one of my projects. I have a question for you. I have a little tip, and I also want to show you an upgrade I did here in my art room. So let's get started. I try to be short and sweet and not go daisy picking too much. So let's get started with this bird assemblage here. I made this just a few weeks back, so if you did miss a process video of this, you can find it easily below in the list of my recent uploads. Now during the video I did ask for your input and I posted a question, and thank you so much to all of you who took time to get back with me on it. The first thing was all about this colorful plumage I gave this bird using bits and pieces of colorful fabric here on his tail and of course also on his headdress. And to me it seems like the majority of you liked it. But there were also some other really cool ideas of what else I could have done either with the fabric or with other things, and I appreciate all of your input. For me, it works. I like it. It has grown on me, and I think it gives this little fellow a bit of character. So I say little fellow because in the meantime it looks like he got a name that makes him a male. In the beginning we weren't sure, right? Because the second thing I'd asked of you were any suggestions you may have concerning a name for this. Now I got several really cool names. Some were funny, all were very fitting, but of course I had to pick one, and I went for Hitchcock. Here you see that I wrote it on a label and added it to this label holder. Now I think it fits so well because I do think he looks a bit like a chicken, and of course this name just gives me that nostalgic feel and fits well to this whole assemblage. So that's his name, but I did put it just on a sticker so it can be taken off easily, because this whole assemblage will be on sale and I want the new owner to be able to either keep or change its name easily. So this is in my Etsy store today as you watch this video, and if you haven't seen the process one, I just want to show you that he has a belly full of surprises right here. He also bounces on his legs like this, and of course he's highly decorated. Now after I had him standing on my desk, I realized that he was a tiny bit top heavy. So in order to counterbalance him a little bit, I added this chain. As you could see, it's easily taken off, but it anchors him to this little hook back here, so he stands a bit more upright. So Hitchcock is available in my Etsy store, and so is this fish assemblage. Now this I also made some time back. This was made from kids' toy and some broken jewelry bits. These have those cool googly eyes, and as you can tell I can move them, I can take them completely out, and they rest in this altered candle holder. It has jewelry, seaweed, and an ocean floor with a treasure chest, a turtle, a skull, and other decorations. So he is available as well. So is this box I made just last week. It's highly textured. I incorporated these paintbrushes outside and inside, nice and smooth on the inside. And if you haven't seen the video on this, it was out just very recently. Then I also have two other boxes I listed in my shop. This is a tiny chest. It has great texture everywhere. It has this ring closure on the top, a little keyhole, and then here inside just some felt to line it, and a small collage of ephemera pieces. They're all a bit travel related. It has some gears, a key, 3 bottles. 1 has little beads, 2 have some paper bits, and then this cute miniature globe that turns. And then this box is also listed, so it goes this way. I used to make a lot of the small kind of steampunk type boxes. This one is highly decorated with an ornate sword right here. It has a bottle with beads. It has a magnifying glass with a tiny piece of acrylic skin color coded to the beads underneath. And as you can tell, lots of texture. There's fibers, there is some chain. And then the rest of the box is plain black and the inside is white. So together with the boxes, I also added another one of my infinite journals. This one comes with a ribbon closure, and I used one of my paintings for the cover here. It has that nice canvas feel, and some of you may remember me painting this in one of my videos. The book also has my elastic binding, which needs a couple of beads, and these beads are color-coded to the painting. And here in the inside you can see the elastic band that of course holds all the papers you wish to add to mine, and it also lets you replace them easily or reorganize them. I cleaned it up with some fabric. There's also a pocket here in the front. So this one is available as well. And there are, I think, a couple more boxes in my store. There are also a few more of these infinite journals available. So please do have a look. My Etsy store is called Ina's Art Room, and you will find the link below in my description box. Now I also have a sale going for the whole month of April, but it's only for one of my sections, and that's called Ina's Destash. There you will find all kinds of art supplies, containers, you will find vintage ephemera, and I also added some of my art pieces into it so they could also go on sale. Now I did sell quite a bit of all the stash I showed you in my last chat video, but there's more and I just want to move it on. So please check it out. There's a good discount for you on all those items, no matter what you spend or how much you buy. So enough of Etsy, that's that. Now on to something else. Let's see, I have a little list. Oh yes, one thing is a question for you. I have started this year to make my thumbnails a little bit different. Before, I used to post a photo of my completed project. This year, I tried to just show a section of it. That, of course, is for the purpose that people become more interested or curious about the final result. Now, if that makes a difference in my views or not, if it's a good way of doing it or not, I'm not really sure, but I thought I asked you about it. What do you think is better? Posting a full picture so you already know what you will be watching and what the end result will be, or just a small close-up to entice your curiosity? So I'd love to hear from you on that below in the comments, or write me an email, whatever you like. So that was that. And then of course I have a tip. Now it's really small, and maybe you figured this out before I did, but I always use my E6000 in my assemblages. It's great glue. It glues all kinds of materials. But I found that it's rather sensitive to get in touch with alcohol, especially alcohol inks. Now, if this is completely dried and cured, it's fine, nothing happens. But if it's just even a little bit damp or not quite hardened, the alcohol will just eat it up, and suddenly you find your pieces wiggling and you have to re-glue it. So I start really keeping it in mind, either waiting until this is really cured or being careful where I put my alcohol inks. Of course, it's not the end of the world if you have to re-glue it, but might as well do it right the first time around. So now this may not be anything new to you, but for me it was something I recently discovered, and I thought you might like to know about it. So that leaves me just with my room update here. I have done an art room tour for you a couple of years back, and not that much changed in the meantime. I still have basically the same furnishings. I'm still in the same room, but I did add a new storage unit to my things, and it really, really made a difference to me. Now it's homemade, it's simple. I'm sure you have seen something like this before, but for me it just worked so perfectly. So I want to show it to you, of course, but I thought I might as well give you a view at the rest of the room too. Now instead of a video, I will just do a little slideshow, and then I will be right back. That was it. I hope you enjoyed this little slideshow. I thought you might get a kick out of seeing where I work and what it looks like around here. Now, I know I didn't get into every little detail of my art supplies, but that was not the purpose of this. Mainly, I wanted you to see my room and that new storage unit. Now, I put that together with my hubby in just one afternoon. He cut the plywood to size, I painted it, and of course I had ordered these shoe size boxes. Now, I got 50 of them at Walmart for 50 bucks, so that's pretty good. So the whole thing didn't cost very much, but it was so worth it. Everything is nicely organized. I can see everything from a glance, and you may have noticed that I added numbers to those boxes. The purpose of that is so that I will put them back in their right place every time I use them, and that will make it easier for me to find things, because that was the whole purpose of this whole storage thing, that I can find things easily, especially with my assemblage art. I know I have certain things, and for me it's really important to be able to locate them easily and find them quickly. Now, aside from the big boxes, you saw that I have two handyman units. Right on top is all these tiny drawers, and I'm sure you have seen them here on my desk during my projects. No, I got that over a year ago, and of course the little drawers hold all the tiny pieces. But between them and the bigger bins, I'm really well organized now. I love the way it looks. It's much more peaceful on the eye, because before I ended up with all kinds of different colored and sized containers, and it was hard to find things. Now this is a solution, at least for me. It works really well, and it was easily done, and I'm really happy with it. So that's it. I think that's all I had for today. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat with me. As I said in the beginning, I have another process video in the works. It will be up soon. Until then, please do stay creative, stay well, leave me a comment, and I will see you really soon. Bye bye for now.